This podcast contains crude humor and swearing, appropriate for suitable audience. This podcast is also led by two unqualified broke individuals with bright sobriety issues. Take their advice and recommendations at your own risk.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We had a lot of fun in the part one of our conversation. Now we're moving on to part two, men's mental health and emotions that are undervalued. But before we move on, Heather brought up an interesting point that she would like to, question she'd like to ask. And we just want to clarify that before we move on.
Okay, so we talk about a body count and like it's how many people you sleep with, and people are doing all kinds of things like just giving blowjobs, or you get fingered once in a while. Like, what counts as a body or a kill or whatever you want to call it?
Penetration.
Everyone agree with that standard?
I think I do agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's the definition.
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to clear it up. If we're talking about it, we might as well define what it is.
Some people need clarification. Anyway, let's get back to the mental health, okay? Let's get away from the whole face, fuckboy face, and get back to why men cry.
The question that I have is that in this world where women are able to share their feelings with their mom, their dad, and stuff like that, and their partner, right? It is very hard for men to share their feelings, especially to their partner that they're dating, right? And let's say your man, right, comes up to you and starts expressing their feelings, like whatever they feel uncomfortable with. How would you ladies deal with that?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yes. Yes,
said,
please. Go on. No, like moaning, like me being like, oh my god, yes, like. Like my pussy's wet.
What did he say?
It sounded more like, oh my god, again.
So you're telling me again, come up with your
emotional.
Wow.
Emotional.
I think something is wrong with me, and you're like, yes, fuck me, daddy. Is that?
No. Okay, hear me out. You didn't let me explain.
I'm not gonna let you.
I find a lot of men have difficulty expressing how they feel and communicating that to their partners. So when a guy comes and he's like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, I am so about having that conversation. I don't care how difficult it is. I am ready to have that conversation. If a guy tells me he is seeing a therapist, oh my God.
Marry me.
What? Yes, yes. I've dated so many toxic men. The fact that a guy is able to talk about his feelings and communicate them with me, astounding. Orgasmic.
Yeah.
No joke.
What's your take on this, Andrea?
Guess what? Guess what?
What?
2,000 years later.
It doesn't happen too often.
No, I've been talking to a guy and I was open and honest about my feelings and he gave me that energy right back. You know his dick is big, okay? You know his dick is big. If you can talk about your feelings.
Guys, catch a point right here. That's the golden point right here.
Take notes. Take fucking notes.
Andrea,
you don't need a girlfriend. You just need a therapist. Insert that wherever you want.
You need a therapist only until your therapist needs a therapist.
Okay.
Because if your therapist needs a therapist, then you need a life.
Okay, now that's a pyramid scheme. Come on. I wanted to ask Andrea, what's your take on this whole thing?
I'm the kind of person that wants to talk about everything. Cause I'm so lucky because my boyfriend, he just talks about if we have a problem, we sit down and we talk about it, and I'm really anxious, so if we can't talk about shit, it's not gonna work, because I wanna know how you feel. I want to understand how you're feeling, and I want to understand your part, so bitch, if we can talk about shit, damn, marry me. It's really fucking important. Communication is key.
All right, well, here comes up my next question, because I know a lot of ladies that I asked about this question, they're obviously happy, willing to listen to the men's perspective and do their best to help them, right? But there are cases in many relationships that my friends have been in, and in case one that I've been in, where I try to voice my feelings, but I just can't seem to get it out there because whatever she was going through is like, I thought 10 times bigger than what I'm going through. So I didn't want to drag her down by telling her what I'm going through. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me just listen to what you have to say, and I'll just keep myself quiet and keep you happy.
You're talking about like a couple, like.
Yes.
So like, I mean, if y'all are like together, y'all need to like stay together. And I mean, sure, I could go through some like hard shit, and so do you, but like that doesn't mean that you're not hurting. You know, like you could have a bad day and I could have like a month of like bad days, but that doesn't mean that you don't feel bad. Like you have feelings too, so like share it with me so like we can get over with it together. Like it doesn't make your feelings any like less than mine, what I think.
The real question here, Tobit, is why do you feel like your feelings aren't valid?
What more do you want from me?
Why do I feel
Do you want to talk, Tobit? Do you want to talk about something?
No, legit. Like, why? If like
No.
I could be going through. My friend,
Mhm.
like, could call me, or my significant other could call me and be going through shit, and I could be literally sobbing, and I will pick up the phone and I will just turn it off because you know what? Everyone's going through shit.
Mhm.
Everyone's going through shit all the fucking time. And it's hard. And it's so nice to have someone who just is there and listens to you. So why don't you deserve that same energy back that you're giving to your partner?
Mm-hmm. Preach. Amen, you know what I'm saying?
So the question again, Tobit, is
Don't worry,
why
don't
don't
worry.
you feel okay
Don't worry.
sharing your feelings
We can come back
and
to
your
that.
problems?
Don't worry, we can come back to that. All right. Just hold that thought, all right? Because this brings on to my next question for the ladies is that I know people who do their best to share whatever they're feeling to their partner, right? Guy to the girl, right? But then it doesn't matter how vulnerable he gets, he always gets shut down right away, or it says flipped on him. It's like, whoa, you don't care about my feelings?
Oh yeah, that's a lot. That's actually happens a lot.
I feel like
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
an example.
I was
Okay.
gonna say that, yeah.
Let's say I am dating this girl named Carol. Hi, Carol. Carol says hi back.
Hi.
Right? Okay, you can be Carol, all right? You can be my Carol, all right? Hey, Carol, I had a really, really bad day at work. Now I know that your whatever's going on in your life is pretty big, right? But I just want to share my perspective of things. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Did you hear about that new bag I just bought?
Okay.
It's so
I don't know.
amazing. It's so shiny.
Like,
I know, like if someone comes to me with their problems, I'm personally not one to shut somebody down.
but then
Like if they're being degrading and gaslighting me for expressing my opinions, then yeah, I might be upset, but that's more of
okay, then let me rephrase
a
this.
different issue.
Okay, then let me rephrase this, right? Let's say
Okay.
the girl and the guy are having an argument, right? The girl is sharing how she feels, right? And the guy is sharing how he feels, but every time the guy shares how he is feeling, the girl's like, but no, what about my feeling? Now you just want to tell me all about you. Are you not listening to me? Do you get what I'm saying?
You stupid.
The guy is trying to communicate, but every time he tries, he gets shut down right away.
I
feel like that's
a
like a
personal
her problem. Yeah.
I feel like this is a communication problem. Like both of the parties don't feel like they're getting hurt because obviously she keeps bringing it back to how she's feeling because she doesn't feel heard, and he's doing the same thing. It feels like it's a problem with communication and them not validating each other's feelings and experiences. Like you can have your opinion, but like I can have my opinion and be like, oh well, I can feel that you hurt me and what you did was wrong, but it doesn't mean that the intentions of that person were to hurt you or to make you feel bad. So I think that just comes down to the couple's communication, in all honesty.
Okay, interesting take. What's your thought on this, Andrea?
I mean, I feel like if the girl is not willing to like listen to the guy's side, I mean that's kind of selfish because like an argument, it's started by like two people, you know? And yeah, sure, like the girl could be wrong, the guy could be wrong, but it's not about looking who's wrong. It's like trying to look for the solution, right? And like for that, both parties need to be heard. Like it doesn't matter if you're wrong. What do you think? You know, it's like, okay, you know what? I may not agree with you, but I understand what you're trying to say. Don't like be selfish. Like, sure, of course, like both a person's feelings matter. So like, yeah, it's just about communication. Like, listen to the other person and like try to understand their feelings, so you can like go through that.
It's me and you against the problem, not me versus you.
Yes, exactly.
Not my problem versus your problem, and
No.
trying to measure up which one is bigger.
Who hurt who more? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because off the top of my head, I'm not going to say their names. I have two friends who's constantly going through the same thing, where the girl is sharing what they're trying to say, and the guys, they do listen, right? They do listen, and they're trying to process it. They're trying to help, right? But then when they're trying to voice their what's sad emotions, they don't get heard at all. And then they
That's
come to
really
me.
sad.
Exactly. And then they come to me and they're like, man, I told
Do
you
I know what you're talking about?
No, you don't know this person.
Oh.
I mean, you don't know.
Shit.
You don't know any of them.
Okay.
Right? So the two of these people, my friends, right, they come to me like, yo, I told her this, and that, right? And is it a valid point that I'm trying to share my emotions, right? How I feel, right? I'm like, the guy is being vulnerable and being insecure, right? He is insecure, and he's bringing it up about it, trying to make things work, because he was trying to make things work. Actually, both of them are trying to make things work, right? But then, no matter how many times the guy tries to, share his feelings right away, the girl's always like, "Why are you trying to hit this out on me? You."
That's shitty
blah,
on
blah,
her
blah,
part.
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
That's her deflecting because of her own insecurities and not being able to take accountability for hurting his feelings. But that can go both ways. So,
They're great
it
guys.
really comes down to like listening and validating your partner,
I feel like it would also help if sometimes when you like argue with someone, you get like super heated and like you say shit that you don't want to say, and like you're like, oh, but you did this, and like you guys just started like just hit on like each other and they're just going at each other, So, like it could also help to like, maybe like take a second to like step down and be like, shit, okay, calm down, and then come back and talk about it.
I know my brother, when he gets upset, he needs space. Like there are some people who have different like ways of addressing problems. So my brother needs space to process his emotions before he can talk about them, because he doesn't have much experience communicating his emotions, and that's fine. If you need space, take your space. His girlfriend needs reassurance, so I think it's about meeting in the middle about what each other needs. Like, hey, I know things are getting heated, I love you, I just need some space and some time, and validating the other person, being like, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the situation, and taking your space, and then coming back and being able to tackle the problem with a clear head.
Yeah, like I feel like different like people need different needs. Literally, it's the same, because like sometimes when I fight with my boyfriend, I just want to like solve the problem and like leave that behind. But sometimes he needs time to like cool down. But I don't want to, because I feel like anxious.
Because you want to solve the problem.
Talk
yeah,
about
that's
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just really hard for me to understand that he needs his time to like cool down. But I mean, eventually like he cools down, I cool down, we talk about it, and we're good. But like it's really like important to understand that people like have different like ways to cool down. Like this example,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my situation is when I get heated in the argument, then I can say a lot of bad shit, and I know I'm gonna regret it afterwards. So yeah, it's I'm trying to stimulate myself, like catch myself right away on the point when I'm getting really heated, to like calm down and bring it back, because it's gonna get worse and it's not gonna help the situation.
Yeah, no, like that's valid, because like you're kind of taking the other person's like feelings in consideration, because you don't want to hurt them, right? You're like, okay, I know if I keep going, I'm gonna probably say something that she's not gonna like, and it's gonna end up in like a worse situation. So like it's better to like step down and be like, you know what, I'm really upset, like I don't want to talk about this right now, give me like 10 minutes and we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
It's definitely knowing your limits, and obviously communication. I've been harping on this entire episode is communication.
Yeah. Communication, listening,
The underlying
But also
Yeah.
know that listening is also very important.
Listening is a key
Yeah.
point. Yeah, I would call from my point of view because I can be a terrible listener sometimes, and I would be like in my head, I'd be like, "Yo, my thing is important," but at the same time, I'm like double crossing myself. I'm like, "But what about the other person's problem, right?" And
Yeah.
you just know that moment when you need to like just calm your ego down and just sit and listen.
That is
You
very
really got to put yourself in the place of the other person and see
Exactly. Yeah.
where they're coming from.
Now, on to me, bring it back to what Heather asked a little while ago. Do you have anything to share, Toby? All right. I was actually
Well,
planning.
I did not say that.
Stop the cap.
I was like,
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I will.
well,
I'm the editor
I
of this
worded it
episode.
definitely differently.
It's same concept, okay? Because I was actually gonna bring it up in this part because it linked up to what we were talking about. First year of acting school, you guys know I was in a relationship, a long distance relationship, right? I was trying to keep everything working. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna go to no parties. I ain't gonna talk to no girls. I go to class. I go home, do my homework, and that's it. And I just play games. And boom, that would make me the most loyal boyfriend ever. You know what I'm saying? That was how I was thinking, right? Fast forward to just before midterm of the second semester, things got very, very rocky. My ex said at that time she had her own sport that she had to do, right? She was hitting internationals and stuff like that. She was happy about that, but then she sustained an injury and then she couldn't go do the sport for a little bit, right? And then she was starting to complain about this, that, right? At the same time, I was getting a lot of pressure from school because my first year in acting, the schedule was hectic. You guys remember that, right?
Yeah, it was a bitch to keep up.
I was there, yeah.
It was actually really intimidating year. to be honest.
I cried almost every day. It was really a great experience. I miss making me cry. I dealt with so much trauma in the first year, swear to God.
I think
It all came out.
So the schedule was hectic. At the same time, I was working for a guy who wasn't paying me as well. I was also missing my family. So myself, I was on a nervous breakdown and stuff like that, trying to make sure I can handle everything together and just trying to get the relationship all holding together because I felt like everything was just starting to fall apart, right? But every time when I wanted to say, I'm not okay, I think it becomes, no, today was a very bad day. I was going through this, I was going through that, and things are not going great. Oh my God. Every single time I wanted to say that was what happened. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it all to myself, see if I can solve absolutely everything just by myself, trying to keep everything together. Didn't really happen because she dumped me. I was depressed, my grades went down, almost got kicked out of school just because I wasn't able to share my emotion.
You felt like she didn't let you share?
No, she didn't. I didn't feel like she didn't let me share because every time I wanted to say something, her issues were bigger.
So you would start to
you're
talk
basically
about something
pressured
that was
to
bothering
hear
you.
everything.
I wanted to say something, but I couldn't.
Did you try to talk about it, or
I tried.
did you just assume?
I tried.
You tried. Okay.
And I just.
That's not a relationship that's good for you or healthy for you if you don't feel heard as well.
I
Yeah.
realized that after. And
Like,
when I went back to Edmonton, back here, saying after the whole breakup thing, we decided to meet up and just, farewell. I spilled absolutely everything out. Absolutely everything.
sheesh.
Did it feel good?
It felt so good.
Oh,
But-
amazing.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get mad at her and stuff, but she's like, please don't get mad. I can't handle it. So
Oh,
Oh, that's shitty.
come
That's
on.
shitty.
I'm a great listener. What can I say? So I said everything in a very calm way. And she's like, why don't you tell me about it? I straight up said, I don't know.
Oh,
I straight up just said, I don't know. Going out through that time, if it was talking to absolutely everyone else that I need. Val was there for me. Heather, you were there for me. Man, started drinking a little bit more. Oh God.
that's always good
That's
for mental health.
okay. That's okay. It's
We're all
okay.
doing
You
dry
gotta do whatever
February,
you
right?
need to do.
Even went to therapy for that.
Guys, listen and communicate. Shove your ego down your fucking belly and listen. Genuinely, openly listen. Even if you feel like it's all about them, just listen and find a moment. Know where to share your side of the story or your emotions, how you feel, and don't be afraid, because Otherwise, you're gonna end up in a situation like
Like
it happened
me,
to
like
Tobit.
Tobit.
He was, like Tobit. He was afraid to speak
Don't
up
explain
because
it.
he
Don't
felt
explain it. I explained it already.
like, okay, in a situation like Tobit, whatever.
Wrap it up, Val.
Make me sound smart.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Same.
this is gonna be the end of the part 2, and we're gonna be moving on with all of these bunch of dumbasses and ladies to the part number 3, the rapid fire questions. Let's spill the tea. What's up, everybody? I hope you enjoy our part number 2, and welcome to the beloved part by everyone, rapid fire question. In this part, we, as usual, are gonna be just asking random questions related or not related, usually related to the situation and the topic at hand. So, who's gonna start this time?
I got my questions ready. The question is, which ladies wants to be asked first? You got
How
the
much
questions.
time do I have?
30
How much
seconds.
time do I have?
30
Oh
seconds.
God, so I
30
can't go into
seconds.
depth.
Jeez.
Okay, cool,
You have,
cool.
you have
Let's do it.
Who wants to go
five
first?
questions.
I'll go. Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
I'll get
Okay, okay,
I'm on the edge of my
okay.
chair. Let's do this.
Getting my questions.
Remember what's on the line.
Getting
Toby
my-
getting his nails painted.
I know. I'm
Okay,
very
alright.
competitive.
Oof.
All right, Heather, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Muscular or dead bod?
Dad bod.
Would you date someone with ADHD?
Yes.
First reaction when you see your partner cry?
To console them, find out what's wrong.
Main attribute of the fuckboy?
Not caring about other people.
What's your
And their
biggest pet
emotions.
peeve in the relationship?
Not communicating.
And that was 25 seconds.
Oh.
Shit. Yes.
Hey.
Man, I'm nervous now. Fuck.
I told you, I'm competitive.
You know what? If I win, sure, but like if I lose,
Do you really
I win
lose?
too. Do I? Yeah. Do I really lose?
Okay, please, at
I
least
think
can
it's
you
a
put an
win-win
effort?
situation.
I think it's a win-win.
All
Good,
right.
are you ready?
Me, am I ready? I'm supposed to ask Andrea, are you ready?
I think.
All right, okay. I'm gonna say the first question, and then the timer is gonna start right after I finish the question. All right.
Okay.
What is a deal breaker for you when you're picking a partner?
That they're not like funny.
Have you ever been in a one-sided relationship?
No.
What is the biggest double standard that you can't stand?
When guys are allowed to have hair on their bodies, but women can't.
Would you rather be cheated on or cheat on someone?
Cheated on.
Chicken nuggets or chicken tenders?
Chicken nuggets.
2 seconds left.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
Does that mean I win?
So
Yep.
that you lost.
Heather, you win.
Ah.
I can't
victory
wait.
music.
You know
I
what?
can't
You know what?
wait.
I'm okay with that. Tobit,
Yes.
I'll see you in a few months.
Sounds good.
I want pictures.
Oh hell yeah! You're gonna get videos and like a film and everything.
Ooh,
But
like a
you
glamour
know what?
shot?
Yes, you'll
Yes.
get that. You'll get that.
You know what I'm waiting for the most? Because it's the first time Tobit actually lost.
Well, and that's
In
kind
a
of my fault, not
competition.
his.
I mean, Andrea did her best, you know what I'm saying? She did get through all her questions, which is good, you know what I'm saying? Did the last question
Yeah.
throw you off or not?
I was in it to win it.
She wasn't into it. What's that? One thing that actually surprised me was when I asked the biggest double standard that you can't stand was when you said that how male can grow hair and women.
Oh
actually-
yeah.
That was something that I actually didn't think about. Thank you.
Never thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Neither did I. That's something nobody
yeah, that's
talks
a big
about,
ass
actually.
thing. Like I actually remember that I had a horrible ex-boyfriend back when I was like 14, and we were in school, and I mean I was like 14, and like I remember he used to make fun of me because I didn't shave my legs.
Your boyfriend made fun of you.
That
Yeah, he was very toxic though,
Oh.
and like. I mean, I
That's
never
not
shaved
okay.
my legs, but I wasn't hairy like that, you know? Like, it's not like do a wig out of them, you know? I was fine. But I remember he used to like make fun of me and like do shit. And like he used to make fun of other girls too. And he made me like shave my legs, I remember.
Oh my god, I'm glad you broke
Yeah.
up with him.
Yeah,
Body
me
hair's
too, girl. Me
natural.
too.
Body hair, like women shaving became like normalized when Gillette was trying to sell razors.
Bad
They just started marketing it out to women, and they're like, oh, your skirts are getting higher? Guess what? You gotta shave now. And then we all we're like, yeah, sure, why not?
All right, Heather.
Well, I guess I gotta do that.
Heather, what is the biggest double standard that you can't stand?
I'm so glad I didn't get Tobit.
You would have got stuck on it.
You want me to confess something?
Go ahead.
Tamara told me that you asked her that question, so I came prepared.
Wait, did you? Wow!
I didn't know you were gonna ask me that. She was like, "Oh, like ask me about this double standard," and like I didn't know what to answer, and I was like, "Oh, what would I say?" And then I started to think. She told me that you caught her off guard. And I was like, "Oh, what would I say?" Like I had to like think about it, and yeah. Thanks, Tamara.
I'm definitely gonna go with the kill count.
All right.
I'm gonna go with that, like for real. If you're allowed to sleep with whoever you want, and men are allowed to go and sleep with whoever, and it's celebrated. But I go and sleep with people, and I'm a whore or I'm a slut. You're suddenly not interested because my kill count's higher than yours. I'd say that's a double standard I don't like.
What about you guys?
Yeah, throwing it right back.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
See, this is my show, so I'm just going to cut that question right out.
I didn't.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, how you feel about that? How you feel about that?
Yeah.
Nah, but
So how about we're gonna wrap it up? Hey guys.
Let's answer the question. Answer the question. Yeah, man.
The height wise, yeah, I think the height wise is kind of killing me though. It's like when the one we haven't talked about is height wise, is that the short girls are liked more than the short guys.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Like there'll be like a
that's the one that
6'4"
pisses the fuck out
guy
of me.
dating like a 5'4" girl, and I'm like,
Like
Four is
I'm like,
short to
like a
you.
midget.
5'4" is short to you. Damn.
no. I'm saying like a 6'4" dating like a 6'4" guy dating someone who's like a foot difference.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yo, what's up, short kings? I'm with ya. I'm with y'all.
And then the funny part is, a guy who's like 5'8" goes up to a girl who's 5'1", and she's like, "You're too short for me." I'm like, "Huh? Excuse you?"
Like, excuse me, what kind of mountain are you looking for? Shaquille O'Neal?
Bad
Bro, no.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh.
The tallest guy I think I've been with is like a foot taller than me. No, not a foot. Sorry, an inch taller than me. My bad.
Really? 5'8"?
Yeah, like he was only like an inch taller than me. I could never wear heels out because it would make him insecure, and I was like,
Oh, that is true.
That's a him problem.
yeah, whatever.
What about you, Tobit?
Oh god. Something that I can't stand.
Really?
Probably the mental health part. Just we talked about today. I think that's a big issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think I have to elaborate on that because.
No, you don't.
Talked about it a lot.
Say less. We talked about it.
How about
That's
how
all
about
I
the
can say.
standard of girls calling guys daddy, but then girls not wanting to be called mommy?
What?
Well, that's
Damn.
daddy issue. Because that's for hell of another episode. I have a really interesting question for you. I asked this last time. So, what did you like the most out of being in this environment of two really mentally unstable guys?
I
hate
have
you.
enough experience with them.
Oof. 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 I'm
my
kind of an
therapist-
expert.
My therapist said I have PTSD from my last relationship, so
Oh, goodness. Oh god.
really winning.
Okay.
I'm in my
Yeah.
element.
Most of my
So-
issues come from that.
Did you like the episode?
Yeah, it was fun.
How do you feel in the environment? Would you want to come back? Do you feel like it's not for you? You're not strong enough?
Not
Tell us.
strong enough.
Don't worry, I will cut that question
Really?
out. You don't have to answer that.
Stop the cap.
No, I'd love
didn't
to
mean
come back.
That way. I didn't
No,
mean
I
it
know
that
you were
way.
joking.
It's more
You, Andrea?
right.
Oh yeah, definitely. This was so much fun.
All right.
How did you feel about sharing your deepest ideas about such deep topics?
You know what? It's fun because you can do this with a lot of people. You know, like it's really fun that I can like share my thoughts and you guys like also share yours and like maybe not relate, but like talk about it and feel like safe and it's fun. And we're not judging, so
That is true.
it's a safe space. And I like that. That's really cool.
Okay, so just real quick, when you say
Yeah.
you're not judging what I said about the body count, you guys won't judge me for that, right?
Yeah, we totally judged you. Like,
And we're
100%.
definitely
We're
still
definitely
judging.
Oh, yeah.
judging. Definitely
Yeah.
judging.
Val, shut up.
Definitely still judging you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I'm judging you all the time, dude. So
Thank you.
Let people live their lives, Tobin. Let them fuck who
Anyway.
they want to fuck.
All right. Thank
before
you so
life
much.
fucks you up.
Wow. Anyway, thank you guys very, very much for being on this episode. It was a pleasure to have you ladies.
Of
Thank you for
course.
having us.
We hope to be back.
You girls will be back for
Yeah,
whenever we're gonna be
definitely.
back.
Yeah. Thank you for joining this therapy session. I would call it differently. Noisy Boys Therapy Office. We welcome everyone from 5 to 8, Monday to
Huh?
Friday.
What did he say?
Tobin's like,
That's
no.
advertisement. He's like, I'm not ready. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not ready. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we hope you have fun with us here. Whoever listened to us, we hope you had fun. We hope you learned a lot of shit. You find some similarities. This helped you resolve something. Maybe come to a closure and understanding of some points, some things that you never didn't think about before or were afraid to like speak up. So here we go.
Everybody say bye.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
Bye.